Whoa, quite amazing run there from the Italian. It's the first time in a while we haven't seen a Jamaican in the final, and the Italian proved that he deserved to be there. First Italian in the final as well. So again, halftime TV here doing the post-race reaction. The United States, they placed second through Jacob Curley. Looked as if it was Andre DeGrasse coming in at third. We're still waiting for confirmation on that, but uh, the 100-meter race final just isn't the same, is it? Without Usain Bolt, um, I I I think Fred Curley's his 984 for second place is just. Um, Andre DeGrasse, yeah, he gets a personal best of 989 to add to his Olympic record tally. I think, yeah, Andre DeGrasse, he coming into the final, it was 990, 991. Those were the two times he ran. So I didn't really expect much of him. The Chinese Su, he had a remarkable time coming into this final, and I think he didn't have a good race. He was struggling in the 50-meter mark. The Nigerian, he pulled up halfway the track, but the Italian, he executed his race really well, and he kept off the competition for that win, which I think he thoroughly deserved. Again, not the same quality sprinting that we are accustomed to. Curley and Baker, they got two good lanes in the middle there. Andre DeGrasse, he had to dip the last minute in last second, sorry, in order to get on the podium. But Jacobs getting on the top of the podium with a gold medal. Amazing stuff. We're happy. Oh, yeah, yeah. He got his head over the line first. So Curly tried to snatch that one on the line, but it just didn't work out for him. But yeah, let me know how you guys feel. Um, Obviously, I'm rooting for Canada today because the Jamaicans, they didn't get to the final the first time in quite some time as well. We've seen an Olympic 100-meter final without Jamaica. Morning, Walker, how you doing? How you feel about that race? Um, hmm, I think DeGrasse is maxed out at. I had used to win. Hmm, I the time that the Canadian clocked in the, not the Canadian, the Chinese clocked in the semi-final. That was amazing, and it was an area best as well as a continental best. And same thing from the African. Continental best is the first an African has run. So such a remarkable time, and I think 984 and 983 were some quick times for a semi-final. The final hasn't been the same since. No, DeGrasse definitely hasn't been the same. He's getting on the podium, but it's not at the top. He ran this same race in the first two, and I think the time is indicative of the race he ran. We haven't seen anything exceptional from Andre DeGrasse, and I think the expectations that were placed on him, especially the last time he was around with Usain Bolt, it meant we were expecting a lot from him. But again, DeGrasse, he ran the same race he's been running throughout this entire tournament, throughout the entire Olympics, and the time came up as follows. But again, interesting stuff. The Italian Jacobs, he came in first, 979, 980, right around there. We have DeGrasse in third at 989, and Fred Curley 984, and all these times were personal best, folks. The 100-meter race this morning, it wasn't as quick. We the only time that we're seeing there for the first time is that 980 by Lamont Jacobs, the Italian, and I think he shocked everyone because no one expected him to run such an amazing time. I think coming into the final, Curley naturally the American Fred Curley. He was one of the favorites. However, based on the timing that we has been good all season. True. Based on the times that we got in the semifinal, it threw off a whole lot of people who had predictions for this race. So I know no one expected Lamar Jacobs to win this race, and there you saw it. His top end speed was 38.4, which no, sorry, his top end speed was 42.9 kilometers, which is faster than everyone else. Blessed Sunday, thank you for all you do, and have a safe and wonderful day, Esme, Godson. Blessed Sunday as well, Esme. Blessed Sunday as well. I hope you're enjoying the Olympics from down there in Jamaica, Esme. I know it's not the same without the Jamaicans in the Olympics final. As I said before, it's been some time since we've had an Olympics without the Jamaicans. But I'm rooting for I was rooting for Andre DeGrasse this morning. Naturally, the Canadian, we were expecting him to step up. He got on the podium, which is good. Again, Johan Blake, in the live I did yesterday, I stated to you guys that we would probably have to leave Johan Blake in the Olympics stadium. We have to leave him in. The race look different without the black. True. Facts. The race wasn't the same. It just wasn't the same without the Jamaicans. And I don't know if it's that aura that the Jamaicans bring to the Olympic sprint events, but it wasn't the same. It just didn't feel the same. And I think the excitement at the finish line as well was indicative of that. We didn't get the same vibes. All right. Andre DeGrasse again. He placed third with 9.89. I think it's a season best or a personal best somewhere there. But Lamar Jacobs he came in first at 9.79980 thereabout. So a good race, but not exceptional. And I'm not only saying that because there aren't any Jamaicans in the race. So I don't want you folks to get all up in your feelings. But a good race. Again, I think the Jamaican sprint team, they must have been looking at this one and be thinking they should have been a part of it. We know Andre Blake. Not why do I keep saying Andre Blake? Johan Blake, sorry. We have a bunch of Blake athletes in it. Johan Blake, he hasn't been exceptional this year. We still haven't seen him at his best, and he would be hoping to definitely get by there. I wasn't convinced by his runs. The first run in particular at the Olympics, he was struggling to get over the line, and at one point you could have thought that he was probably conserving his energy, but then you realize that he was actually pushing it. Same thing in the semifinal, and I think that's why he's not here. That's why he's not in the final. And we weren't optimistic. There were a lot. Johan didn't look good. Exactly. We weren't optimistic. We weren't optimistic. So we expected Johan Blake not to do well. All right. We didn't expect him to do great. So for the person asking for the time, it's 9.80 for the winner, 9.84 for second place, and I think 9.89 for third place. Somewhere there. I'm not 100% Korean. Okay. All right. Welcome, Korean. Welcome, Korean. But yeah, it's one of those. We were not super pumped about it, if we're to be honest with ourselves. The race it wasn't disappointing, but it wasn't exceptional. And again, it is because of what we've grown to get accustomed to, what we're accustomed to. I think Usain Bolt spoiled a lot of us into expecting great things whenever there's a track meet or anything of that sort. Whenever the athletes go out onto the field or to the track, we expect record times. All right. Overall, it wasn't that exciting as a women's. True, true. And maybe there's a tad bit of bias there, Walker, because were the Jamaicans were in the 100-meter for females. So again, I think we won't get that level of excitement um, without the Jamaicans in the race, because especially because you identify as a Jamaican, it's hard for you to get pumped up or worked up about a race that doesn't have Jamaicans. And again, it's an individual sport, so it's not a team sport where you can say, okay, my team is playing. It is an individual sport, so it's a bit harder for you to get pumped about the the Olympics when it doesn't have a representative from your country. All right. So again, interesting stuff coming in. Andre DeGrasse wins bronze for Canada. Lamont Jacobs, he won gold, 979 seconds. Well, you're saying has spoiled us. True. 979, Lamont Jacobs, 979,980 thereabout. Fred Curley, United States, I think he got 9.84, and we have Andre DeGrasse in third. Now Andre DeGrasse with 9.89. Again, as I said, J1 pushing on traditional sport, but we need to focus on what we do best. Total athletics should be our focus. Donovan Taylor, that's interesting, because I said this before and I'll say it again. A lot of people in Jamaica, they think athletics, they think football is a sport for Jamaica, and that's not the case. I think we're a nation that loves football, because from yesteryear we've been identifying ourselves with the Brazil and all of that. Even before Jamaica started taking part in international football competitions, we identified ourselves with the Brazilians. And now we found something that we are exceptionally good at in the form of track and field, and it's not pushed as much. I know track and field, they get sponsorship, they have most things that they need, because we hardly ever hear the track and field folks complaining. But I don't know. Not want to push on traditional sport. Yeah. Jamaica Olympic Association, I think they're trying to widen the reach as much as possible, because we can only send so much participants for the athletics event. I know the males are withering now, because the exceptional talent that we've had over the years, it has faded out. But on the female side of things, we have been extremely consistent throughout the years. If you remember correctly, throughout, like, for every Olympics from 2004, 2000, all the way up, we've had females in the finals performing. So again, I think the females, they have been doing well, and they've set the marker. That the males, the quality of the males have been fluctuating up and down. This minute we have someone, except, like, I know Usain Bolt did his stint. He did he did good for his time. All right, he did good. But after Usain Bolt, are we prepared for what is to come, or what comes next? I'm still waiting to see that, because what I saw, those individuals that were supposed to go and represent us in the final, I wasn't fully convinced, if I'm to be honest with myself. And I know the Oblique Seville, the youngster who got injured prior to Taekwondo Tracy, yeah, he got injured prior to that heat. And again, were you at any point convinced or expectant of a gold medal in the Olympics 100-meter? we weren't, and at the end of the day, we didn't even end up in the final. So again, we definitely need to channel the focus at what we're good at and what we've been thriving at for the past few few Olympic games. Yeah, let's see who else we have. This, all right, interesting stuff. Donovan Taylor, all love and respect for your contribution there. We appreciate it. Usain has spoiled us. Yes, yes. Folks, let me know what you think. The Jamaica Olympic Association and their focus on non-traditional sports. How are you feeling about that? Because now you have a Jamaican in almost every event, whereas in previous times we only had Jamaicans participating in the track and field events. Well, not so much the field, but the track events. um, we've always had maybe one or two persons in the field, but it was the track events that were the key focus for the Jamaican teams, and that's when our Olympics really started, when the track events started, and it's a bit different this time around. As I said, it doesn't have the same feel to it. We usually have our Jamaicans taking part. I don't want to be that guy to question. I think Tracy would make the final. Whether he would medal is another question. Well, at this point, at this point, Chris, we at this point, Chris, we definitely would take a final right now, because the ones that we had, Oblique, Seville, and Johan Blake, they didn't end up. They didn't make the final. I set my alarm this morning to come and do the video on the final. All right, I set my alarm to come and do a video on the final and how the Jamaicans performed. And surprisingly enough, there weren't any Jamaicans in the thing. All right, but again, interesting stuff. I know you guys weren't entertained. It wasn't as pleasing on the eyes as we have grown accustomed to, especially when there have been Jamaicans taking part in the event in the past. We've had Asafa. We know Asafa didn't do too great. Was it what, 2004? He placed fourth or fifth somewhere there when Gatlin won. But Asafa didn't do too great. But after that Asafa moment, we have been spoiled all the way through to this date. All right, folks, if it's your first time joining us, remember, hit that like button. Hit that like button and subscribe to the channel as well. All right. Yes, Donovan Taylor, definitely. Track and field is Jamaican DNA straight through and through. But I think it's a matter of them knowing what they have in track and field and trying to expand on that. Building on that. So if you usually plant carrots and you've mastered the art of planting carrots, you probably are gonna try plant some tomatoes or plant some scallions and that sort of thing. So it's widening the reach somewhat to make the team a bigger team. And we haven't lost focus on the track and field events, in my opinion. It's just that they're trying to widen the reach. All right, because not everyone is going to come out and be the next Usain Bolt or the next Asafa Powell, but we have individuals in the respective areas, and I don't think I don't even think they put that much energy into the other events. It's just a matter of them being in the event. Call from Jamaica and start babies. Did you hear that, love issue? Yeah, you sure. You sure? No, I didn't hear that call. I didn't hear that call. Loves, yeah, Yushua. I wouldn't try to pronounce that name either. But I didn't hear that call. Interesting stuff there, though. Interesting stuff, nonetheless. Again, let me know how you guys feel about that 100-meter final. It didn't have a Jamaican. We had Jacob Lamar. He won it. He won it in 9.80 seconds. We have Curley in second, the American. He came in at 9.84, and we had DeGrasse, Andre DeGrasse, the Canadian. He came in third, with 9.89 seconds. So not the fastest we've seen, but I think the Italian, he thoroughly deserved it. He was in the final, the first Italian to be in the final. Obviously, the first final of the 100-meter without a Jamaican for quite some time too. And it just didn't feel the same. Well, it didn't feel the same for me. 9.83. Thanks so much. Thanks so much. Thanks so much for that. So Curly with 9.83. We have, what's his name? Jacob Lamar, 9.79/9.80. They're about, oh, China. Yeah, the Chinese individual, he ran 9.83 in the semifinals, right? He ran 9.83 in the semifinals. And that's why I think going into the finals, we were expecting a great deal from him based on that run, because that there was an era record. So it was the Asian record, 9.83, and we had the same from the South African. He ran 9.84 in his semifinal, and that again was an era record, because it's the first time an African/South African has run such a time. So again, we had some interesting times from individuals in their respective parts of the world. They get into their records, but we also had personal bests as well going into the final, a few of them. So again, we were expectant. The race didn't live up to the expectations. I think, again, as Walker said earlier in the show, the females, they gave us a better showing, but nonetheless, I think these gentlemen, they worked extremely hard, and they went out there and they executed what they trained to do. So again, I can't take anything away from them, because, as I said before, they worked extremely hard, and they came out and showed what they have been working towards. All right, Andre DeGrasse again. I think with DeGrasse, the injuries he's had, and the showings that he's had at this particular Olympics so far, it wasn't convincing. And it's kind of like Johan Blake, but I thought DeGrasse would medal. Johan Blake, I thought if he got to the final, the best I could expect was a bronze medal, and he didn't get to the final. So again, no love lost for Johan Blake. We know how it is, Johan Blake, and we hope you get back to your best very, very soon. It is just one of those things, and I've said it before. When it comes to track, when it comes to track, one injury can change everything for you as an athlete. And we saw some of the times that Johan Blake ran when Bolt was in his prime, and Johan Blake was in his prime as well. But it's just not the same now. So again, let me know, folks, how are we feeling? Hello, it's good to see China in the 100-meter finals. Whoa. Yeah, definitely good to see China in the 100-meter finals. And I think China getting there, and the performance that they gave to get to the final was really good as well. Was a remarkable run. And I think that run there should go down in Chinese history. They need to put him on a billboard, because he made a statement for himself. And Prajiat lad, Johan Blake failed. Maybe Blake lost. Yeah, he did. Lamar Marcel Jacobs came out of nowhere to win the Blue Ribbon event on the world's biggest stage. Korean cannot watch 100-meter final. We got 4 channels for broadcasting Olympics, and they just keep broadcasting Korean baseball. Carmen, sorry about that, Carmen. So can let me know if you guys can stream, because if you can't stream, then I can send you, or is the internet restricted as well? But I don't know where you are. Are you in North Korea or South Korea? Let me know in the comment section. Let me know in the comment section. Let's see if we can help you out with that. All right, 100. But yeah, interesting race. Let me know what you guys think of that race. I'm proud of the Chinese. I'm also extremely proud of Andre DeGrasse. I think he made the Canadians proud. I'm wearing my red and white today. The maple leaf, he made us proud, and we are happy for him. And I know with Usain Bolt not being there, he probably wanted to be the man. It was not to be, but again, Italian wins. Yep, well, at least Canada got its first medal from the male, so DeGrasse is still our hero. Yeah, yep, definitely DeGrasse is our guy. We're cheering on DeGrasse 100%. And I even though his time coming into the final wasn't convincing, and we weren't as pumped to see him in the final. I still think he did remarkably well, and we are proud of him. Johan Blake battled hard. He just came up short. Yep. Harsha Sankar. Welcome, Harsha Sankar. Folks, like the live. If it's your first time here, hit that like button. Remember to subscribe as well. There are 108 of you guys here. Hit that subscribe button, please, and thanks for me. Hit that like button as well. Takes minimum effort. All right. It's sad for the USA. In what way, Jesse? In what ways it's sad for the USA? They got a silver medal. I think it can't be all. It's sad for the US. It's sad for the Jamaicans because no one made the final for Jamaica. Happy for DeGrasse, Chris Darby. Yep, definitely. Again, folks, the time in the final, Jacobs, Mark Laurent Jacobs, he got 9.80. We have Curly, the United States youngster, 9.84, and Andre DeGrasse, 9.89. All right, so that's a time. It's sad for Jim. Exactly, Donovan Taylor. Exactly. Exactly. So the person out here who said it's sad for the Americans, consider how it is for the Jamaicans, because we have been spoiled so long to be coming into these games expecting to win, expecting to be on the podium, expecting to medal. We're always there or thereabout. And imagine coming into this one and not even making it to the final. Johan Blake said before the tournament, before the Olympics, I keep saying tournament, but still, you get the idea. He said before the Olympics that he's not leaving Tokyo without a medal. So I guess he'll probably have to set up shop in Tokyo now. He'll probably have to set up shop in Tokyo. But Johan Blake again, maybe next time we had him as the one to take over the mantle, but we know how that story went. I was really hoping DeGrasse wins since there was no Jamaican there. Same. But again, as I said, the favorite coming into the event was probably Curly. But again, with the timing that we've had, the times that we've had, especially in the semifinals, I think it kind of threw everyone off balance somewhat, because the Chinese Wu, he ran 9.83. Right? No, that's mind blowing. You're like, okay, 9.83, that's incredible. But I surely hope if he had kept that run for the final, he probably would have been on the medal podium. But again, a good run from Bingtan Wu. I think he had a good run. He had a good run. It's been a good day for him. Put it that way. Maybe in the 200 meter, Jamaica will bring a medal. I sure hope so. I sure hope so. The guys need to step up in that 200 meter. Definitely. I really hope in DeGrasse wins since there's no Jamaican there. Yeah, a lot of Jamaicans were cheering for Andre DeGrasse because, you know, the Jamaican community in Canada, it's very huge. The Jamaican community in Canada is very huge, and we push everything. Even yesterday the Jamaicans won 1, 2, 3 in the Olympic female 100-meter final, and most of the Canadian tabloid pages, they were posting the Jamaicans. They were bigging up the Jamaicans. So again, Noah New Wave Entertainment said Blake is hurt. 200 is not possible. Taekwondo is injured. Yeah, Taekwondo said he felt a sting in in a hamstring, I think, before, or in his calf, one of them, before the heat before his 100-meter heat. So he decided to pull out. So we'll see. But again, I don't know. We will see. As I said before, the Italian, he did good. Lamar Marcel Jacobs, or you can say Mark Lamar Jacobs, whichever way you want to put it, but he is the new Olympic gold medalist, the Olympic champion. We know the records are, it's not close to the record, but again, good stuff there. This is the final today. The final for what, Aobed? The final for what? The final for what? If it's a 100-meter final, it's already, it was run already. Can Taekwondo get back in the 200? We're not sure as yet, Jesse. It's based on how his body feels. He was the one who indicated that he doesn't think he could take part. So if he feels as if he can come back, then we'll see. But no, as things stand, no. Is Noah Lyle competing? Blake is hurt. 200 is not possible. Yeah, JFF took over Jamaica's men's sprint, and you can see there is JFF leaving their mark in the athletics team as well. But again, interesting stuff. But it's always fun to have a chat with you guys. We appreciate the continued support. As I said, remember, hit that like button. Subscribe if it's your first time here. Let's get to the next milestone together. All right, guys. Lovezy Yayusha is the Jamaica Football Federation. All right, is the Jamaica Football Federation. So I guess they've replicated the job that they've done with the Jamaican football over with the Jamaican men's sprint. All right. Hello. But yeah, interesting stuff. Who other Jamaican bring medal in athletics? Jesse Joven. Let's see. Hi everyone, Italy one. Yeah. But yeah, we are we excited? How are we feeling? Let's look at the medal table. Let's see what we have here. I think, but up to yesterday we were 1 gold, 1 silver, 1 bronze. So let's see how we're doing now. Probably still the same. Hello from the USA. You seem like a very nice man. Oh, I tried to be. Jamaica. I tried to be. I try. Looking good for the 100-meter hurdle female. Definitely. Interesting stuff again. Interesting stuff. It's still the same. Okay. All right. Welcome. Lovely. Still the same. We're not phased by it. Then we probably have a few more later on tonight rather. I think the youngster in the long jump, I think he'll do well. He landed badly in one of those jumps, and then he came back, and he basically needed another sandpit. So again, we are excited. Probably we need to shift our focus to some other events other than the track now, because the 100-meter and the 200-meter for the females, more confident than the males. Again, the tide basically turning for the males, whereas it's still remaining consistent for the females. I'm not sure. The Dinero runs 200 meter. Lovely. Thanks, BI Strong, for clarifying that for C. India, Anandi Das. Welcome, Anandi Das. For everyone on here for the first time, welcome to Halftime TV. Honest, objective, and factual sports talk. We hear your opinions. We share the space with folks who we share the folks with folks who love sports as well. We have the Gold Cup final coming up later tonight. The United States men's national team will go up against the Mexican national team as well. So I did a preview on that. If you haven't checked it out, if you're interested in soccer or football or whatever you call it, you can check that one out as well. It's on the channel. But again, interesting stuff coming out of the Olympic Games. Are we pumped? Are we excited? Not as excited as yesterday, but still pumped nonetheless. The 100-meter sprints, always good times, always good to see, and I'm always exuberant to watch these races. It brings that little bit of ecstasy in the Olympics. I think the faster is better. Jamaicans an island, why not more good swimmers? You only have 15 likes, 200 watching. Come on, folks, hit that like button. Hit that like button. There are 200 of us here, and we only have 15 likes. That gets that. I won't go any further. Let's get the likes to 100 at least. Everyone just hit that like button. Step back a little bit and hit the like button. Let's get us to 100 likes minimum before this live is finished. All right, we only have 15 likes. It's not a good look for the 207 folks on here. Minimum effort, as I said, folks. Minimum effort. Just one hit the back tab and then touch that thumbs up button if you like what we're doing. Let us know. Hit the like button. All right, get us to that 100 likes right now. I'm counting on you guys. Let's do it. Let's make it happen. It's a wonderful Sunday. The 100-meter final just concluded. The Italian is on top of the podium. The American second place, and the Canadian in third. So the North American countries, they've secured second and third in silver and bronze, and the European, the Italians are on a roll. Come on, Italians! They won the Euros a few weeks ago, and now they've won the 100-meter final at the Olympics. The Italians, you definitely are on a roll, Italians, and hats off to you. You're doing something right. So keep on doing what you're doing. So keep on doing what you're doing. Back with the singing again. Back with the singing, folks. Keep on doing what you're doing, Italians. Wonderful job in securing that 100-meter final. The time, again, folks, for those just joining us, the Italians, Mark Laurent Jacobs, he won the 100-meter finals in a time of 9.80, which is a personal best for him. We also had Fred Curley coming in second. You're gonna watch a Chelsea versus Arsenal friendly. That one is today, right? No Walker. I'll probably watch it, but I won't do a watch along because I have to work. So I'll leave for work in probably another hour or so. So I'll probably watch that game from work. But definitely, Walker, we'll be watching that game and seeing what the Chelsea team is up to. And if you're a football fan, if you're a fan of the EPL as well, folks, and you're on here, hit that subscribe button because we have prime EPL content coming up in the next few weeks. 246 folks on here. Let's get us to 100 likes. RCB fans, have you hit the like button as yet? Welcome back, RCB's fans club. Hit the like button, everybody. Hit the like button. Get us to that 100 likes ASAP. All right, let's do it. Let's make it happen. I trust and believe you guys can do it, and we'll do it together. Let's get over that 100 like milestone this morning. All right, but nonetheless, the 100-meter race completed, first time in quite some time. We haven't seen a Jamaican in the final. As I said, everybody come check out my new channel where we'll be discussing daily topics. Not going crazy in America. Be sure to like, share, subscribe. Thanks in advance. God bless. the one who wonders. All right, 44 likes. Here you go. That's 56 likes away from 100, folks. 56 likes away. Come on, make it happen. Make it happen. I think if even a fraction of you guys hit the like button, we'll get to that. We'll get to that 100 mark. All right, Johan Blake. No, he didn't medal tomorrow, Thomas. He didn't even get to the final, as a matter of fact. So it needs to get to the final before he medals. He didn't get to the final, so Johan Blake, he did not medal, unfortunately. We didn't have a Jamaican in the final medal. Yeah, it's strong. Uh, funny. Yeah, he said he wasn't leaving Tokyo without a medal, so we'll see what becomes of that. Probably they have to leave him there. Probably they have to leave him there. But he definitely didn't medal. He didn't get to the final. He wasn't convincing at all in these games. And I think the folks who got to the final, even without a medal, so I guess he's not coming back. Yep. Definitely Chris Darby. Definitely Chris Darby. Yeah, the unpredictability of sports, that's what makes it so intriguing, right? So going into games like the Olympics, you never know what can happen. So never make promises you can't keep. But I understand the confidence, but again, the pie is on his face. And could learn from that reaction. I'm very excited. Leave him there. All right, hit the like button, folks. Did the woman Marion get the quarterfinal? Michael Gordon. Okay, I guess that's the whole Marion. So in the semifinals, we had the semifinal of 100 meter. We had Seville, oblique Seville, and we had Johan Blake. Taekwondo Tracy did not take part because he said he felt something in his thigh, probably a slight ache or whatever, but he felt as if he was coming down with an injury, so he didn't take part. So I hope that clarifies that. So like the Gold Cup, you and now come back. No, Walker. The man them not bring nothing back a yard, right? Not now come back a yard. Not now come a yard, right? Yeah. Correct. No. I'm very interested in the mixed 100, 4x100 relay. I think that's an interesting concept too, the mixed 4x100 relay. Again, the changing tides of the society we live in, they're ensuring inclusivity and diversity. So again, we look forward to it. We look forward to it. Interesting stuff as usual. But again, 227 of you folks on here, hit that like button, get us to 100 likes as soon as possible. You want to buy a house at Japan. Tracy said he has a grade 1 tear in the hammy. Exactly. Yeah, so he felt something in the hamstring. I can't see him coming back. Not for this Olympics at least. Probably next time. I hope Jamaican ladies work together for their relays. Good luck losing a tour channel clickbait. I don't understand, but okay. Yes, you need to stay there. A tour channel clickbait. All right. Thumbs down and report this for spam and misleading. Oh, okay. But again, folks, we were expecting big things going into the final. It didn't happen, and we hope the Jamaican team will bounce back. All right. We hope the Jamaican team. We hope the Jamaican team bounce back. All right. Blake said he's not leaving without a medal, so I guess he's not coming back. Yeah, definitely. We're gonna leave him there. I'm from Ethiopia. I love athletics. Become Tipuro. Yep. Everyone on here loves athletics. I really like Shelly-Ann, but not sure I want her to break Flojo's world record. We never know. We never know. Again, the unpredictability of sports. We always hope for big things, but it doesn't always translate into that. So again, we're keeping our fingers crossed and hoping that Shelly that Shelly can come up big, which she generally does in the 200. Do you think we might see a 200-meter woman go below 21 second? Oh, okay. I don't know. But I hope so. I sure hope so. I sure hope so. I sure hope so. Definitely hope so. And then Grace, she seems to be a class act. You're looking, I see. You're nice. Okay. All right. Again, cheering on Andre DeGrasse. The race is the time for the race is as follows: 9.80 for Mark Laurent Jacobs. He placed first. For second place, we had Fred Curley, 9.84. And for third place, we had Andre DeGrasse. And Andre DeGrasse, he came in at 9.89. All right. The Chinese, he ran 9.100 for men. Yeah, Firebooks, 100 meter for men ran earlier this morning. Canada/Jamaica. But yeah, it was run this morning. The Italians, they won that one. Again, not as intriguing as we've grown accustomed to, especially with the Jamaicans dominating the event for the past few years. It was a girl that all right. But again, we just have to. Okay, Space Glazer. Space Gazer. We'll do that next time. All right. Apologies for that. We'll do that next time. Was a girl that won not well liked by her teammates and others, totally different scene when Alison Felix wins a race, or was it a COVID thing? See, probably it was a COVID thing. Probably it was a COVID thing, see. But yeah, we discussed it yesterday. We discussed it yesterday, see. A lot more. Why don't you just leave it? Yeah. Bro, I love the athletics. Yep, definitely. Jamaica, a nation for athletics. We have been an athletic nation for quite some time, and the sprint factory of the world, as they call us. Folks want to know what we put in the food, what they've been eating, what the coaches do, the likes of Glenn Mills. We have some of the best coaches, and I keep on saying it. Races are not excited without USA and Jamaica in them. Chris Darby, yeah, I think it's a rivalry that has built up for the last few years, because the United States, they've been dominant in sprint for quite some time, and then the Jamaicans, they produced some exceptional male athletes. To you, this guy, I don't know to go some. Okay, all right, no worries, BI Strong. Appreciate it. All right, appreciate it. Dudes from Iberia, from Nigeria. I wonder what Bolt is thinking right now. Probably wants to take down those golden spikes from out of the closet. Sir, to run 100 meters in 10 seconds, sir. Please reply me, sir. Silver Bolt, what do you need? You need the formula. I think only the Jamaicans who are running those times know the formula, because otherwise we'd have all the Jamaicans running under 10 seconds in it. So no, we can't even make the finals of the 100 meter. So again, maybe the tide is turning for the males, but again, I think the females have been consistent from ever since. All right, we've always had consistent female sprinters. They've done us proud throughout the years, and they oftentimes they go a little bit unappreciated. But again, the 100 meter finals this morning, it wasn't as exciting. I don't know if it's because there weren't any Jamaicans for us to cheer on for, but it definitely didn't feel the same. Let me know what you guys think. Space Gazer, were you watching the race this morning? How did you feel about that one? Yusha, let me know what you guys think about the race this morning, the 100 meter. Was it the same? You can pull back. You can pull back you can pull back one of those Olympic final races from previous years, and see and see how those races were, sorry. And as Bold said in an interview, Jamaica has Halftime TV. I think people are coming on here. People watching is jumping from one. Okay. All right. Let's see. Hold on. Broadcast info. All right, give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. I'll be back with you. Let me just update this. But yeah, we definitely will be coming back bigger and better in a few years. So the Jamaicans don't get too worked up about it. They'll come better. All right, they'll come better. They'll come better, bigger and better. Okay. All right. Lovely. Well, right. All right. So, yep. I hope that fixes that. I hope that fixes that. Could you please answer me about the time for the women's 200-meter final? Winsome, I'll post that later. I think the final for the 200 meters final. The finals for the 200-meter women's is I think Tuesday. I think Tuesday morning. Yeah. The finals is Tuesday morning, I think. Maybe Tuesday morning at 8:30 or something there. But I'll post it on the channel so you guys can have access to it. All right. So I hope that helps win some. Okay. Sorry. Show the race on YouTube. Usain Bolt is coming out of retirement to help Blake. BI strong. We'll fix that. We'll fix that because for and leave Lola. All right, thanks folks in the comment section. How about they make? No, the Jamaicans didn't make the 100-meter finals. The sprinter from Great Britain got disqualified for a false start, and then we had highly ranked Jamaican distance runners. Yeah, we will. We've had a number of youngsters coming through the ranks, and they have been doing well. So again, we expect that they will come up trumps when the time comes. You see, I'm pretty sure they need Usain Bolt today. Even Usain Bolt at the back end of his career makes the final. All right. So again, just one of those things. Did they change the rules for disqualification? It is not one against the field. It's one, I think the rules for disqualification. I think the timing of how you get up. So if you get up before, I think 0.1 second, then you're disqualified automatically. We saw yesterday where the race with I think what race was it? I don't remember. I think it's the heats for the 100-meter. You know, I think it's the heats for the 100-meter where the young man from Togo got disqualified after a Nigerian false start the first time, but when they did the calculations, they realized that the timing was off, so they gave a warning, or a green card as they call it. I hate that I'm not missing all these races. I'm not seeing it on NBC as it happens. We Nick at night, we can help you out with that. Don't worry. It used to be the first one against the field and the second one disqualified. I'm seeing the first one disqualified based on the reaction time. It wasn't like that the last Olympics. One against the field change after 2011. Okay, lovely. All right. Did they change it? Okay. All right, folks, keep the comments coming in. How did we feel about that 100-meter final? The Italian won it. Whoa, Italy. Yep, first Italian in the final, and he won it as well. So naturally, he is. It took place roughly an hour ago, Nick at night. So roughly 1 hour ago, the race was run. The Italian won it. Mark Laurent Jacobs, he won it in 9.80 seconds. We had Curly coming in second, 9.84, and the Canadian Andre DeGrasse coming in at third with 9.89. And I tell you, those fighting for second and third, they had to push themselves all the way to the line. Okay, thank you, lovely. Yeah. Glad we could help. Glad we could help as always. All right. The first one again. Yep, glad we could help as always. I'm missing all these races. I'm not seeing it on NBC as it happened. Lovely. But again, folks, again, the 100-meter races don't feel the same. It just doesn't feel the same without the black, green, and gold lining up in the starting blocks. All right, but that's my view. Let me know what you guys think. How are you guys feeling after that 100-meter race? How did you feel going into the race? Did not show it NBC. No weight reaching up to 2009. That's why I both never got to run the 2011 100-meter finals. Okay. All right. So interesting stuff again, as per usual. The females. Yesterday after Elaine Thompson won that race in the final of the 100-meter females sprint. There were a lot of messages coming in, flowing in. We should probably put Elaine in the male 100-meter as well, because no one was confident. They weren't confident going into the semi-final round of the men's 100-meter. And I think today what we saw was basically indicative of the reasons why folks weren't confident. All right, I believe that Jamaican has the fastest men, but we have to encourage them. Korean Hobbs there, probably Korean, probably, but we have the fastest women as well. They don't seem to need much encouragement to get their jobs done. So it is Johan Blake, I thought, but Shalish, the size said she was thinking Johan Blake. But again, I don't know. Probably Blake. I don't know. Again, Blake suffered some serious injuries. He came back. He just hasn't been the same since. And it's just one of those things. Good night from PNG. Love the live chat. Thanks, Mr. Brown. You're most welcome, Valea. You're most welcome. Civil is young. He can do things in 2024. Not everyone wins first Olympics. True. Usain Bolt didn't win his first Olympics either. So, again, keep our fingers crossed. We have some good youngsters coming through. We know there's the annual track meet in Jamaica, boys and girls champs, where we find the next gem. And we can assure you guys that the male sprinters from Jamaica, they'll be back and probably even stronger. Who knows? But this was a tricky year, and probably some of the athletes they got a bit thrown off a bit, but as did everyone really. So again, not making excuses, but I am optimistic that the Jamaican male sprinters will bounce back. All right. After then, every thought that was next he's yet to fully take the reins as everyone thought he would. Nick at night, fully agree, and especially here in Canada, Andre DeGrasse is almost a national hero. All right, they love him dearly, and even in the first heat that he ran, when he got to the line, he looked across and All the newspapers were like, okay, he was looking for Usain Bolt. Usain Bolt wasn't there this time. But again, I think Andre DeGrasse, again, injuries and all these kind of stuff, they happen in track and field, they happen in athletics, and it is just what it is. We just have to work with it and to come back bigger and better. And that's why we need to appreciate what Elaine Thompson did, because Elaine Thompson, she got injured and she came back bigger and better. She came back stronger. So again, no easy feat. We've seen what injuries have done to great athletes of yesteryear, and even athletes that are currently applying their trade in the sport. What happened to Johan Blake? Overconfident? I don't think it's overconfident. He was probably trying to convince some folks that he was confident, but I don't think for a minute Johan Blake was confident coming into these Olympic Games. He made a bold speech. He wasn't leaving without a medal, and I think that in and of itself was assurance more than anything else. Because at the trials, he wasn't great at the trials. He got there, but just so. Again, who's running for Jamaican women's 4x1? Brianna, the youngster Brianna, look out for her. All right, disappointed. I can't finish fourth. And on the PNG mean Papua New Guinea, probably. Bremer reminds me so much of Asava. He has so much potential. But the championship gets to him, gets to his mentally. Gets to him mentally. Sorry. Again, we as I love to say, in athletics and in sports, it's 90% mentally and 10% physical. So the mental strength that athletes have to have, we oftentimes don't realize. Yep, we oftentimes don't realize. All right, but again, disappointed. Akane finished fourth. Yeah, interesting stuff. Yes, PNG is Papua New Guinea. Yep, New Guinea in the place. Welcome. We appreciate you being here. Remember, hit the like button if it's your first time here. Hit the subscribe button as well. Let's see if we can get to 1,500 subscriptions by the end of today, folks. And yes, okay, you're saying it's incredible mental strength. Yeah, and we oftentimes underestimate the mental strength that is needed to take part in professional sports. We think, okay, you just need to go out there and train and then you'll come back better. But also we need to remember that, especially coming after injuries, you're demotivated, your morale has dropped, all of that. And then to get back in that competitive mindset, to push yourself to be the best of what you can be, requires a lot. All right, folks, it requires a lot, and never underestimate the mental strength that is required to be a champ. All right, so when they go out there and you see them putting on the flashy things at the starting block and acting up and going on with all the antics, probably to calm their mind most times. All right. Usain has incredible mental strength. Yeah, definitely. Usain is one of the best when it comes down to that. We saw that was Asafa Powell's shortcoming. He tends to get mentally flustered on the big occasions, and I think that's where we found solace in Usain Bolt, because he knew how to do it. I was surprised at Bremer's performance, for real. Yep, mental strength, folks. Mental strength. You need to tough up mentally, innit? And that's something that comes over time. That's something that comes over time. For some, it comes over time. For others, it doesn't come any at all. All right, but again, the 100-meter race didn't feel the same for me. I'm not sure how it felt for you guys, but not seeing a Jamaican on there in the race and starting block, not having a Jamaican on the podium, just felt different for whatever reason. I was hoping that Johan Blake would get in the final. Wasn't too pumped about him getting a medal. Wasn't too optimistic, but again, he did his best. He went to the Olympics. He made us proud. And if we're to even realize how some folks celebrate at the mere fact of just getting to the Olympics. So getting to the Olympics is a big deal. Participating in Olympics is a big deal. Johan Blake, he's been there. He's medaled before in the Olympics. He knows what it's like, and I know he would have been gutted not to get on the podium or even to get in the final. So again, it's one of those things, Johan. We know you'll bounce back better. Continue the good work that you're putting in on and off the pitch or the track or whatever you want to call it. But yeah, I thought Baker was gonna win. Boy, was I wrong. Yep, as I said, folks, I think this final was this 100-meter final was one of the most unpredictable we've seen in quite some time. Right? Very, very unpredictable. Yep. Okay, my God. That'll be true. There's so much of the unexpected seen in the Olympics. Yep. The Olympic final was one of the most no. The Olympic finals was one of the most unpredictable we've seen in years. We expected Curly, the Chinese Wu, he did a phenomenal run in the semifinals, and again, folks, the minds of a lot of people changed after he gave that performance, because had he run that time in the final, he would have been on the podium. All right, again, so fun stuff. But yeah, again, we've been here for the last hour. Thanks everyone for being a part of the chat. We'll probably be back later on today. We'll see how that works out, but if you haven't done so as yet, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Bro, Darlo. This is Halftime TV. That's the only thing I can tell you. All right, hit that like button, subscribe, turn the notifications on, so as soon as we go live to break down what's happening in the sport, then you guys will be a part of it. All right, so, and its performance to the games. Yep, definitely. Thanks again, folks. We appreciate the continued support. Again, after I'm finished, you can watch it over. You can leave your comments in the comment section if you want. I hope each of you guys have a wonderful Sunday. Disappointed for the Jamaicans. Hopeful going into the 200 meters. The heat start later on today, so we're hopeful. We're keeping our fingers crossed. Hopefully, the Jamaican males can bounce back from the disappointment of the 200-meter dropout. But again, we'll leave it there for today, folks. Take good care of yourself. Enjoy the rest of your day. HalftimeTv here saying until next time. Peace out.